Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the NS9 post-game show powered by Permane Brothers. I am your host, Anthony Donato. With me, of course, we have Tyler Sweeney. Tyler, Pirates lose the game today. It didn't look like that was going to happen, not for a little bit, but of course, it ended up losing today 6-4. They blow the lead. Cutch ties Clemente. How you doing?
I was a lot better a little bit earlier. Yeah, this is one that kind of stings a little bit because it's one that they probably should have won. And I think it's one that old Donnie Kelly's going to want to have back.
Yeah, like you're absolutely right. This was a winnable game. Andrew Heaney started today. Andrew Heaney let up a home run in the first inning, followed up by a double, gets out of it, gives up a single to start off the second inning, and then retires 12 straight. Andrew Heaney pitched very well. End of the day, he goes 5.2, gives up 2 runs. When he gets out, when the inning ends, right, Chase Sugar takes over. It's a 4-2 ball game. Still very winnable. This could be a series victory. And like I was joking, the Pirates haven't lost a series. It's been three series in a row that they haven't lost. They won 2. They tied the Brewers. This could have been a series victory. Talk about stringing off some wins, changing things around on this team. They're still a well below 500 team, right? We're not talking playoffs, but we're just talking about small victories. This could have helped that. And Tanner Rainey comes in, walks the team, allows runs. Just it's the whole that inning just shifted the entire game.
Sure did. Take it back to Heaney. I mean, I thought he was really good today. Outside that first inning. And I think what happened is they just kind of flipped the script on everything and started just going heavy fastball. I don't know the usage rate he ended up at with the fastball between the four-seamer and the sinker. I know in the 4th or 5th inning, he was almost at an 80% clip.
Well, I was going to say he ends the day throwing 51 fastballs, 16 sinkers, 59 and 18% each individually.
Yeah, so he went heavy on the fastball and the sinker. Really after he got into trouble in the first inning, and then he was really good after that.
Mm-hmm. He was. He didn't have like the swing and miss. This is like something that I've noticed from Andrew Heaney this year. And of course, you get to see him more close up this year because he's a Pirate. He has this swing and miss stuff. And like when he doesn't, he's been able to do like what he did today. He didn't have a whole ton of swing and miss. You know, he wasn't out there doing we've seen games where he's with 15 plus, right? He's had the strikeouts, you see the swing and miss material. He didn't have that today. 4 whiffs on, of course, the 4-seam. With the pitch he almost exclusively threw. But he was just keeping off balance, just getting outs, not walking guy, throwing strikes. Andrew Heaney just went that other route. He pitched today. He pitched his ass off until the very end where things caught up. But still, 2 earned runs out of 5.2. You take that from him.
Yeah, and he didn't walk people. Like when you don't have the swing and miss stuff, you can still induce the weak contact, and that's what he was able to do today. He got 7 ground outs, still got the 3 strikeouts, it's not a great rate for him, but not bad. And he didn't walk anybody. So you keep the whip under 1 through 5 2/3, you're gonna have a pretty good outing, and he did.
Yeah, absolutely. 5 hits, no walks, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
5 base runners in 5.2. You take that all day long. 2 earned runs. Again, that's something that's a quality start. That's a good outing. That is allowing your team to win. And they certainly
a quality start, which is why a quality start is stupid.
Well,
because it's a better outing than a quality start.
But it is. Again, like you certainly give your team an ability to win. And at that point in time, they're up 4-2. You did your job, Andrew Heaney. You got to turn it over to the bullpen now.
And they went to Sugar, which
they did.
I was okay with. I was even okay taking Heaney out of the game when they did there. I think You could probably make an argument that they could have left him in. I was okay pulling him at that point. Where are you at with it? Because I get the
I'm
vibe that
okay.
you okay.
No, I'm okay. Again,
Okay.
the guy was cruising. Things started getting a little shaky at the end there. So this is your opportunity. You can take this series against the Padres, who is a very good team. You're the new manager. You're trying to change the Pirates, and you've been kind of successful the past few series in that sense, right? This is your opportunity to win this series away, and you're taking this road trip on the West Coast, possibly taking back-to-back series against the Diamondbacks and the Padres. Let's go out and win this. Heaney's looking a little shaky. Let's go out and win this. And Sugar, I feel like, has been like the heralded hero a little bit. Like, he's not flashy by any means, but he's quietly gotten the job done on multiple occasions for a guy who was not really part of this bullpen.
Yeah. But he's also a guy that it looks every time he pitches, you're waiting on him to blow up.
You are, but so far he's basically getting the job done. And again, this isn't
absolutely.
like Sugar's the guy, like, yeah, make that. But it's more of the Heaney is starting to look shaky. Maybe it's time to get him out of here, because that could have been a big inning there if you didn't. So you need one out. They went to Sugar. He got the job done. 4-2 ball game. Let's go. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that decision.
Yeah, and obviously, I think we're definitely okay with it because it worked. Like, it didn't affect
because
anything. It worked. Sugar got the out. He threw 4 pitches, and also Sugar hasn't pitched all week, so you probably do need to get him some work there. So it is an opportunity to do it. That's fine. And again, because it worked.
For sure.
It's fine.
For sure. And I'll tell you what, before we go any further here to the next step, BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for all your sports betting action. Baseball season is in full swing, and we're into the NBA and NHL playoffs, and BetOnline has more ways to stay on the action with the latest odds, news and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played. With the largest selection of odds on everything from the MLB, NBA, NHL, and UFC, BetOnline remains the best online source for all your sports wagering info. In between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. BetOnline, the game starts here. So yeah, like you mentioned, Sugar hasn't pitched. I know Bednar pitched last night. Santana pitched. Like some of your guys have been pitched to some degree, but like overall, maybe we'll get to that part later. Like your guys are available today for the most part. I do want to actually bring this up here.
The only person I would say might have been down would have been Bednar.
Maybe, and that's why I bring this up. Santana did throw 23 yesterday. Mr. Dope wasn't as dope last night. But yeah, Bednar used on back-to-back days. Ferguson threw 15 pitches. But like for the most part, like Wentz hasn't been used. Ashcraft hasn't been used since the 26th of May, I believe. Sugar hasn't been used. He got the one pitch, and then Brucky was pretty much available as well, not throwing since Wednesday. So again, like when you look at this here, thanks to Ryan who puts this out every day. Again, like your bullpen's pretty much guys are available for the most part. Going to Sugar there, I'm okay with. Gets the out. My question is why Tanner Rainey at that point? And I think that's many people's question as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big question of the day. Why do you go Tanner Rainey there in the 7th inning? Don Kelly's got to put together a bullpen that's going to get 9 outs. At that point, you're just trying to piece together 9 outs. I don't know who was down. Bednar might have been down just because he threw 2 days in a row. I don't know. We haven't really had to deal with that in a while with Bednar, finding out whether he's down or not. I assume he might have been down today. But
maybe,
regardless.
but, like 2 in a row, but like 4 pitches in 17 also with the
I know, but it's
tomorrow.
Yeah, but he got hot 2 days in a row, so sometimes they like to be careful about that. I think he might have been available.
I guess. I mean, we've seen Bednar go 3 days in a row, and throw more than 21 pitches in those 3 days.
So I guess the reason I question whether he was available was because I don't understand why you don't just go Caleb Ferguson there in the 7th. That's why I question whether David Bednar was available or not. Because I'm thinking maybe you're going to go Caleb Ferguson in the 8th and then Santana in the 9th. Because Bednar's maybe down, so we're trying to stretch this out. Maybe that's what they were trying to do there. The only other thought I could have that ran through my mind is why not just give Sugar another inning? He threw 4 pitches. Like, is Tanner Rainey really a guy that I'm going to hang my hat on here and go, I know you're better than Chase Sugar? Because I'm not.
No. No. I mean, think about this. I mean, the pecking order was Sugar before Tanner Rainey. I mean, it took some time for Tanner Rainey to get up here. Tanner Rainey hasn't been looking really good in AAA. He hasn't been looking really good up here. I said before this season, like, I'm intrigued by some of this stuff, but like, he walks a lot of guys and he's not that great of a pitcher, but like, I'm intrigued. Like, this is a guy that maybe like this organization could do something with. You know, I'm intrigued by like what he presents, but by no means is that like Tanner Rainey's a guy, and he hasn't been showing he's a guy. So I know it's 4-2, it's a 7th, but like you're saying, you got a piece 9 outs, but this is a winnable ball game. Yeah, like I'm not putting Rainey in that situation. So 2 things. Do you just leave Sugar in there? I'm okay with that. If that's not the decision you make, then yeah, like why not Caleb Ferguson in that moment? Or let me ask you this: why not Ashcraft?
Yeah, I mean, and even at that point, you can go, why not Baraki? Because again, I'm going Baraki over Tanner Rainey every day of the week.
Right.
I mean, I think you can you could probably see why they wouldn't go Ashcraft, and then also I didn't see it because they ended up throwing him anyhow. I thought maybe they were going to hold him for Burrow's start, but apparently not. I don't know. I don't know, man. It didn't make much sense because when you look at what they have available today, Rainey's pretty far down there in the pecking order. I understand the guys in this bullpen, you're going to have to use them at some points.
But is this the spot to use him in?
You don't have to use him here.
The spot to use him in is when it is Ashcraft that blows it, or Baraki, or Caleb Ferguson, and now it's 6-4 Padres. And like instead of Ashcraft in that spot pitching, like now you're throwing in Tanner Rainey. Not when it's 4-2. Yeah. Again, like I'm not here to tell you that. I mean, Caleb Ferguson didn't do his job as well. I mean, he did come in and relieve Tanner Rainey also, but 2 hits and a walk. Like he wasn't looking all that impressive today either. So it could have went the same route, but at least it went that route with the better choice, not with the lesser choice. That's where it comes down to the manager, in my point of view.
Right. And you're exactly right. Caleb Ferguson could have had a terrible outing, blown up, but I don't think we'd be questioning whether he was the right decision to come in at that point.
Right. That's where now it's on your guys. That's on Caleb Ferguson. You need to do your job.
Right.
Tanner Rainey kind of is what Tanner Rainey is.
Yeah, he didn't start in the bullpen this year for a reason.
Right.
And I know I've been a little kind to him, but he's not very good. I mean, he came into a 4-2 game, did the one thing you cannot do. He walked batters. You're up by 2. That's the one. If they hit the ball all over the park, it is what it is. At least we can make a change quick here. And man, that's the other thing. They left him out there way too long. That's really, forget what I was about to say. Let's just jump right to that because why was he left as long as he was?
That's also my problem. Like I question him being there. If you want to even argue that, you have another side of an argument to say that was fine as far as the decision. Okay. The next thing is, why was he left there? He walked 2 guys, had a hit, walked with you knew he didn't have his stuff. When you had Machado up to bat, you knew what was happening. One of 2 things was happening. They were scoring a run because Machado was hitting him, or Machado was walking. And that's what happened. Like, why did you see what he gave you and still kept to your decision of, I want Rainey in this spot? That, to me, again, like what was it, 23, 21? Let me double check here. He threw 23 pitches, 9 for strikes. It's again, like, it's not as if he was on anything. Like, this guy was everywhere but the strike zone.
Yeah, he was
3 guys up. You move on. This ain't it.
No, in all reality, though, whenever he got to the 3rd batter, I believe they had I think Endy visited after the third batter. And at that point, I'm even thinking, go get him.
Right.
And then Marine goes out and visits. Go get him. And then it took like 2 more batters to go get him.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Bogarts walks, Cronenworth flies out, and Iglesias walks. Diaz singles. Tatis walks. Now they make the change.
Yeah, I mean, he just shouldn't have gotten. You want to leave him out there to face Diaz, okay? Why is he facing Tatis?
I don't know.
And I believe Greg Brown said it on the broadcast that Tatis hits righties better than lefties right now.
Also, it's like, I don't care who hits better.
Yeah.
The guy hits. Regardless, the guy hits. Tanner Rainey's not that guy.
The walk might have been the best outcome.
Actually, again, it probably was, but still, you could have got someone who maybe could have recorded an out opposed to allowing a base runner, because that's what Tanner Rainey was doing tonight. So yeah. Again, like there was 2 bad decisions I felt, and I think we both agree on putting him in, and then of course leaving him in.
Yeah.
Not saying much would have changed, but that was still a wrong decision.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Trying not to crap all over Don Kelly. Just he had a bad day.
This was, and it cost a series. Again, like this could have been flipped. We could have had a whole completely different post-game show right now, and we'll get to it. Cutch ties Clemente, 3rd most home runs in Pirates history with 240. I mean, the Pirates are up 4-1. Things were cruising along, and then this happened. Like again, like they could have won the 3rd series in 4 of them, and again the other series they tied. So this would have been like the 4th series in a row that they haven't lost. Donnie Ball. We're talking Donnie Ball. Like what has changed? Like are things getting better? That's a story. That's momentum. That's this team has been pathetic. They were 12-23, 12-28. I'm sorry. I think when they fired Shelton, it was terrible. To have 4 series in a row that you haven't lost, that speaks some. Let's keep this thing going. I'm not saying this one game changes everything, right? But still, like that's something to talk about. And now you lose this, and it really comes down to Donnie Ball. Donnie lost this series in this game because of it. And it is what it is. I know players have to perform, but you also have to know your guys. And Tanner Rainey isn't a guy. So
he's a guy, but he's just a guy.
Yeah, well, debatable. Anyhow, yeah. So again, that's really the story of this game. But let's of course talk to something that's nitty gritty here. We did mention about Andrew Heaney, and again, I just want to once again state, I mean, Andrew Heaney has been a fantastic signing. This guy is giving everything that you wanted from him for this team and more. His ERA now at a 3.39. Andrew Heaney's putting together a really, really strong season. And unfortunately, the season's going. It's probably going to be a trade chip. But hey, he's performing as a pretty decent trade chip right now, especially as a lefty pitcher. Those are always coveted at the deadline. So, Andrew Heaney, shout out to you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good signing. To this point, he's been everything you could have asked for. And hopefully they can get a bullpen piece out of him or something, because my God, this thing needs some help.
Let's keep that train going a little bit. I do want to reverse this a little bit here, because we talked about the manager. Right? But also, can we get to the GM?
Yeah.
You know how you don't have to make a decision of if Tanner Rainey is the guy or not? You have someone like Majinski at your disposal, who's a really good bullpen arm, who's not cosplaying as a starter in AAA right now, and he's at your disposal, and you win this game because your best option, Carmen Majinski's best use is as a bullpen guy. He gets you through. Pirates win in a whole nother world where there's a GM who's competent and has them saying, I appreciate you wanting to start. You did a fantastic job. You didn't, but you did a fantastic job helping us out at the beginning part of the year when we needed you. But let's let's work with you. Let's get you in your best possible situation. Let's bring the best out of you, Carmen Emergency. Let's get you back in that bullpen, and you can be a dude, and you get paid major league pay in doing so, right? And you can go out there and show the world who you are. And you can go to arbitration and say, look at these numbers instead of look at these god-awful numbers. Let's do you a service, Carmen Emergency, and let's get you in that bullpen, and let's get you being a dude again. And hey, and now you helped the Pirates win this series and help Donnie Ball not lose 4 series in a row. Look at you, Carmen Emergency. Look at you, Donnie. Look at my Pittsburgh Pirates, Ben Cherington. And instead, we don't do that.
Yeah, I was hoping we were going to bring that up. Because
I wanted to, I kind of forgot until you.
Yeah, I didn't know if we wanted to go there or not, but yeah, that's the major problem here. Like, Tanner Rainey shouldn't be an option. There are better options in this organization that are available to you. And it's not like you're begging to keep some like a Tanner Rainey around just out of the attrition of the bullpen.
Right.
It's just being stupid. Because in all reality, Caleb Ferguson should not be your third best reliever. That's a problem. Caleb Ferguson being the third best reliever on this team shouldn't be a thing. He should be probably 5th. Because you have other options that you have just, I don't even know what to describe what you've done with them.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of let them do whatever they want to do. Let them just fly low birdies to go have fun. You go have fun. Try to be a starter. Have fun, Carmen. No. You're not a starter, dude. Go to the pen. We're the adults in the room. We know what's good for you. You're a reliever. Go be a damn good one.
And he is. He's already shown that he's a pretty damn good one because he's done it in the past and he's pseudo done it this year in the first and second inning of every start he's had where he's just dominated, and again, that's the top of the lineup every single time. The guy's shown that he can be an asset, a clear asset to this team if he's in a bullpen role. And today, he could have shown that. He could have provided that, and this team, in this game, in this post game, is a whole different vibe. Anyhow. All right, now do you want to go back to the other stuff?
Yeah, I guess let's talk about the good.
So, Cutch, the $5 million designated hitter, it's a home run today. Gave the Pirates the lead. It's number 240 in a Pirates uniform and ties Roberto Clemente for 3rd all time. Cutch is just doing it still. Age 38. I know, and I don't think I talk enough about this on the show as I do on Twitter to some people, but I know he had 3 strikeouts today also. Wasn't a great day at the plate overall, but he does hit the home run. I mean, the guy provides value. $5 million. The guy's providing absolute value.
He is, and we're kind of seeing his value as well at the same time because we don't hear Andrew McCutchen speak out like he did on Thursday, whatever day it was, Friday.
Friday.
Friday. Andrew McCutchen doesn't talk like that. And then they responded. And I think they kind of responded today as well. So you see the value with Andrew McCutchen, and also you just see it at the plate because he's still a pretty good hitter.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can't complain about a guy that's getting paid $5 million to be a good major league hitter. I don't care what position he's playing. I don't care. You don't get this value.
It's literally my argument. You don't get a 116 weighted runs created back for $5 million. Tommy Pham cost $4 million.
Right.
The going rate for a Tommy Pham is $4 million.
Right.
So what Cutch is paying you, what Cutch is costing you is a what if bat. And instead you're paying for the maybe this is the year he declines bat. Because that's the thing. It's the only argument you have about Cutch. Well, maybe it's going to be this year that he declines because all he's doing is showing you every single year that he's above average bat. So you're and the cost of him is a guy who is, well, maybe this year he can be good because Tommy Pham hasn't been good. That's the rate of $5 million. You know what? Maybe this year you can get something out of him. Instead, you're having a guy who just does it year in and year out, and you're just wondering if maybe this is the year that he finally doesn't provide you the bat. But he does. He does. He still does. He's batting 264, 368, 402 slugging. Again, a 116 weighted run created plus. Like, he's 16% above an average bat at $5 million.
Right.
The problem is he is your second best hitter on the team. That's the problem.
I mean, he is having a pretty good year right now. But yeah, second best bat on the team probably shouldn't be a thing. But I mean, man, I don't know how he keeps doing it. And he doesn't look like he's going to slow down anytime soon either. Like right now at the plate, he looks just about as locked in as he's been in a very long time. The strikeout rate, he just slashed it this year.
Yeah. Like 18%. The strikeouts are down. The walks are actually up from last year. I mean, they were really up in 2023 as well, but like they're not decreasing.
Right.
We see his strike zone recognition. I mean, that's why he's calling out umpires, rightfully so, because he's correct. But yeah, absolutely. Like you mentioned, the strikeout percentage is 18%. Like last year is at 25.8. The year before, 21.1. I mean, for his career, we're talking about prime Andrew McCutchen. Like for his career is a 19.3% K rate. He's under that this year. Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing really good baseball right now and seeing a little more slug right now too.
Mm-hmm. Now, to be fair, you needed a little bit more of that from him this year. He hasn't been good in May with runners in scoring position. They don't allow him much opportunities either.
Opportunities.
Right. Especially with Cruz being injured for a good part of that time or out. I guess we have to interject here, Tyler.
Golly.
We have to interject here. I have to. Shout out to Geddes for the $20 super. Tyler, and for those that don't know,
or a couple,
and of course I know most of you do. We do, of course, have the college football league, the NS9 league going. You were in the Natty, so you got to face Goodwin tonight because Goodwin beat this guy today. So okay, and, Geddes, there's your super being read.
Who did I beat today?
You beat Jim.
Yes, I just wanted someone to say it.
Geddes beat Goodwin. So, what are your thoughts? You're gonna lose. That's my thought.
Oh, I'm gonna lose. I don't beat Goodwin. I never do.
You're gonna lose.
Yeah, I will. But we'll be on to the offseason and on to our 2031 season or whatever year we're on.
Yeah. All right. Enough college football talk. Back to this game. But hey, Geddes paid $20 to have that read, so we got to read that.
$19.99.
So $19.99. Appreciate it, Geddes. But yeah, back to the game. Back to Cutch. He's just simply doing everything that you want for a $5 million DH that's 38 years old. And him being relative to the city of Pittsburgh and all that, everything else is just an added bonus. The guy's not here just to be a figure. He's here to produce, and he's producing $5 million. What is anyone complaining about?
Right. Like if Andrew McCutchen did not play in Pittsburgh before, I'd still be completely fine with this.
That's what I was saying on Twitter. We were begging Carlos Santana to come back. The guy was a 99 weighted runs created plus when he was here. Like he was literally like an average hitter, and we were begging him to come back.
Right.
So they had also don't put that. Oh, if the name wasn't Andrew McCutchen on the back of his shirt, you would no. This guy's been the top 4 hitter every single year he's been here. Yes. Collect good hitters. That's all you ask for. Collect 9 good hitters. Andrew McCutchen falls in a top 9 no matter what. So yes, he needs to be here. And $5 million added bonus. I'm done. Let's move on. Cruz walks 3 times. His first 3 times up. All 3 times he walks. I think that's 35 now walks on the year for him, which places him 12th in MLB. Like, I know he didn't do too much with the bat per se, hitting wise, but like this guy's a catalyst. 20 stolen bases on the year as well. This guy is an absolute catalyst. You saw some pretty good defensive plays in the outfield as well.
He looked at as good at the plate as I've seen O'Neal Cruz look in a while. And he's been skidding a little bit lately. We've seen the strikeout rate start to creep up. He looked like he saw the ball very, very well today.
I absolutely agree. I feel like the first curveball that he did swing up in the first inning kind of fooled him, and that dropped off. And then at that moment, he saw it perfectly.
It just felt like he had so much time in the box today. Like he was making really good swing decisions. Balls were missing, just maybe a ball or two off the plate. He didn't look like he even flinched. If it was in the zone, he was going. He was just really, really good at the plate, and that's how you get 3 walks. And then he's able to create after that by getting 2 stolen bases off of those. Granted, the game just looked really slow to him today, and maybe that's why he had no idea that he walked twice.
I enjoyed that, actually. That was because the other thing part of it too is Cruz has been rung up a few times where like they've been balled. I mean, he's just a large human being,
right?
So sometimes it's hard to judge a strike zone. Like I give some empathy to the umpire to some level in that sense. So there's been some really close pitches that he's been rung up on, and I felt like today it was like, I'm going to get called strike 3 on this, aren't I? And he's like waiting there for them to call me, and he's like, I don't hear anything yet. Are we good? Are we good? Oh, we're good. Okay, take my base.
He took his good old time, but
yeah,
he did. Man, he looked really good at the plate today. I love the swing decisions. Like you can tell when someone's locked in like that. Like the yes, no. He gave himself so much time. I don't know how to describe it other than the fact that he just saw the ball out of the hand as well as I think I've seen O'Neal Cruz see it. Because some of the stuff he laid off of was just as good as it gets.
Again, this is old O'Neal Cruz, swings at those. This guy is different. No matter what you want to say, whatever it is, and I know the strikeouts have crept up, like you mentioned. I think a lot of it has to do with that Philly series, and I think a lot of that Philly series has to do more with his health than his actual abilities, because even since then, it's been different. I mean, I know he's striking out. I think if it's striking out, I think he's watching more strikes go by than he's swinging at balls. Like that's what you're actually seeing with O'Neal Cruz right now. He's swinging less in the strike zone. He does. He looks like a very, I shouldn't say different. He looks like a better hitter. He has a much better approach. And then like you mentioned here as well, and I too, like he is an absolute catalyst. I love him. I think the leadoff role works best for him, and I think he works best in the leadoff role for this team.
Yeah. Gosh dang it. Oh, he looks really comfortable in 2 strike counts right now. Like you mentioned there, where he's taking strikes that you probably just can't do anything with. Like they're good pitches. You're going to get those. He's not trying to hit those pitches thinking that's the only thing I'm going to get. You see him get into an 0-2 count. There's no panic. He knows what's coming next. He picks up the spin, lays off, fouls off something that's on the corner. Like you're just seeing that next step as a major league hitter.
For sure. Yeah. So again, no hits, 3 walks, 2 stolen bases. He had the 2 strikeouts. But also he looked in the field. That 1 catch, 25% catch probability. Yeah. He made a good play on. He has done better in the outfield. He was at -11 defensive run saved at one point in time. He was at 7 like 2 weeks ago. He's still at 7. So he's improved to get to 7. He's kind of leveled off, which means he's been a serviceable, good center fielder. And today that probably gets him. He'll probably at like -6 tomorrow. I'm sure. Like the guy has been getting better defensively in the outfield. It's just looking everything this year just seems to be coming together for O'Neal Cruz. Yes, he still has his moments, but also like everybody has a moment, right? We just focus more on O'Neal Cruz at this point in time because he's had a history, right? He does come with that perception, and I understand that. But ultimately and objectively, you take out that first week and a half, 2 weeks of him in this year where he looked awful, and trust me, I said he was awful then. He's looked very capable and has made some good plays.
Yeah, he just looks a lot more comfortable out there, and the play he made today was nice. And you just see him kind of coast the balls now. The reads are a lot better, and he's getting more reps.
Right.
You're also not seeing the lapse in like thinking as often as I think we saw earlier in the year too, where he got a little bit lackadaisical every now and then.
Yeah. And again, like it could just become more natural to him.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe Donnie Ball.
Could be Donnie Ball.
Yeah.
Unless it's dealing with the bullpen.
All right. Anything else that you really want to talk about this game? I know B-Ray went 1 for 3 with a walk. It is June, so we're ready for him to really take off, which he has started to. The Pirates had seven hits today, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts. It was an offense that was good enough in a moment to have a win, but still just 4 runs. It wasn't like they exploded. But the offense has been getting better recently. I will say that. But,
yeah, it looks more capable.
Yeah.
Still not good enough. Like, it needs to be better. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, you want to wrap up then?
Yeah, I guess I should go play my natty, huh?
Let's go play your natty. We got, I think Ryan, tweet out Ryan. He's got the books. He'll tell you. Bet Online's not covering this one, but I think Ryan is. So place your bets with Ryan. A good win versus tie tonight. And we'll be back tomorrow, of course, for Jim and I on Bucko Brew to talk more. So we'll see you guys then. As always, we love and appreciate you all. Go ahead and like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. And bye-bye.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in, whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube. If you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.